Imagine a city so perfectly planned that it could almost be mistaken for a work of art. Streets laid out with precision, shapes that feel intentional, and designs that make you wonder, did an architect design these cities with a compass and ruler in hand? Some cities around the world have been designed with an almost obsessive attention to symmetry, order, and perfect geometry. Stick with me because we're about to take a tour through 15 cities that are not just planned, but built with mind-boggling precision and shape. And trust me, when we get to number 1, you'll be questioning how something so perfectly designed could exist in the real world. Let's get started and find out what city takes the top spot. Number 15, Brasilia, Brazil, the airplane city. Let's kick things off with the granddaddy of all symmetrical cities, Brasilia. Imagine you're flying over Brazil and you look down. What do you see? An airplane. Well, sort of. This planned capital was designed in the shape of an airplane, with the wings stretching out on either side and the fuselage as the central area. It's like someone took a map and said, let's design a city that looks like it could take off at any moment. Built in the 1960s, Brasilia was meant to showcase Brazil's modernism, but it's so perfectly laid out. It almost feels like it belongs in a sci-fi movie. Don't be surprised if you think you're about to see a flying saucer land next. Number 14, Paris, France, the Circle of Love. Next up, we're headed to Paris, the city of love, croissants, and perfect circular roads. Have you ever noticed that Paris is designed like a giant wheel? The Arc de Triomphe stands at the center, and radiating outward are the main boulevards, creating a radial pattern. It's like a wheel, but instead of spokes for a bicycle, you've got magnificent avenues leading you to iconic landmarks. Sure, you might get lost in the maze of beautiful streets, but at least it's a beautiful maze. Plus, the center of the wheel is where the magic happens, a triumphal arch and history at every turn. But there's more to Paris than just romance and charm. The city's layout is not only practical but deliberate, allowing for easy movement around the city while maintaining its timeless beauty. The wide boulevards, originally designed by Baron Haussmann in the 19th century, are perfect for strolling, but also served a military purpose, keeping revolutionaries at bay. So, next time you're enjoying a café au lait, remember, there's more to Paris's beauty than meets the eye. Number 13, Canberra, Australia, the ultimate oval. Down under in Australia, we've got Canberra, which is practically a big, beautiful oval on the map. Planned in the 20th century, the city was laid out with wide green spaces and a road system designed in the shape of an open-ended oval. The centerpiece? Parliament House, perched perfectly at the end, like a cherry on top of a sundae. It's not just a place to work. It's an idealized, geometrically pleasing masterpiece. Forget the typical grid city. Canberra says, we'll take an oval. Thank you very much. Number 12, Barcelona, Spain, the honeycomb city. Let's hop over to Spain, where Barcelona gives us one of the most stunning examples of urban planning in the world, the Example District. Picture this, a grid so perfect that it looks like someone laid it out with a laser. But here's the twist. Each block is an octagon, with the corners cut off to create chamfered edges. The result? Wide, airy intersections that let in plenty of sunlight, improve visibility, and create a natural flow of traffic. From above, it looks like a honeycomb, a beautiful, geometric masterpiece. Designed in the mid-19th century by Ildefons Cerdà, the Example was built with both form and function in mind. It's the perfect blend of practicality, aesthetics, and innovation. Walking through Barcelona's streets, you can actually feel the harmony between architecture and city planning. It's like stepping inside a giant work of art. Number 11, Phoenix, Arizona, the grid that works. All right, now let's fly to the United States, where we'll find one of the most famous examples of an urban grid, Phoenix, Arizona. While many cities struggle with congestion, Phoenix's urban layout is based on a grid system so precise, it could have been designed by a robot. Streets run straight and parallel, like lines on a piece of graph paper. It's the simplicity of a perfect grid with an American twist. It's like driving through a giant, very functional maze, except with way more sun and cactus. Number 10, La Plata, Argentina, the square city. First up, we've got La Plata in Argentina. This city's a true gem in the world of urban design, and it's about as square as they come. The streets are arranged in a perfect grid pattern, like a giant chessboard, only with fewer knights and more cars. La Plata was designed in the late 1800s, and its plan is so symmetrical that it looks like something you'd sketch out during a boring class. But hey, symmetry works. It's got parks, wide streets, and a layout that makes it almost impossible to get lost. Who knew that being square could be this beautiful? But the true beauty of La Plata's design lies in its perfect balance between functionality and aesthetics. The city's planners didn't just focus on order, they also integrated nature, with tree-lined avenues and large green spaces that make the grid system feel more organic. It's no wonder La Plata is often celebrated as one of the best-planned cities in South America. Number 9. Milton Keynes, UK, the Circular Maze. Next up, we're heading to the UK, where the city of Milton Keynes awaits. This one's a bit of a curveball, quite literally. Milton Keynes is designed around a set of roundabouts, making it one of the most famous examples of circular planning. It's like the city planners took a handful of circles and decided to throw them around like confetti. The result? A modern city with a maze of roundabouts that make navigation feel more like a fun puzzle than a chore. It's like living in an urban version of Pac-Man. No, really. Getting through Milton Keynes without hitting a roundabout? Nearly impossible. Number 8. Chandigarh, India, the modernist paradise. Chandigarh in India is next, and it's an absolute masterpiece of modernist architecture. This city was designed by the famous architect Pierre Jeanneret under the guidance of the legendary Le Corbusier, and its plan is based on a series of grids, sectors, and parks that give it an incredibly clean and orderly feel. It's like the perfect combo of functionality and beauty. The city was designed with a grid system and separated into distinct sectors, each one with its own unique purpose. In fact, it's so well thought out, you'll feel like you're walking through an urban utopia. You might even wonder if this city came straight out of the future, or a textbook. Number 7. Walled city of Baku, Azerbaijan, a perfect circle of history. Next, we're visiting Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, and more specifically, the walled city of Baku. Now this one's got a little extra flair. Built around the 12th century, this old city is a perfect circle of history, with defensive walls that have stood the test of time. It's not just about the shape, it's about what's inside. The walled city of Baku has labyrinthine streets, historical architecture, and a unique layout that makes it one of the most perfect circular cities in the world. Think of it like stepping into a living, breathing historical drawing, but with modern-day influences. If you like old-school architecture with a geometric twist, Baku's the place to be. The city was strategically built in a circular shape to protect its inhabitants from invaders and harsh weather. Over time, it became a hub for trade and culture, with its labyrinthine streets allowing for both defense and the flow of commerce. Today, the walled city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and walking through it is like stepping into a time machine where ancient walls meet modern influences. It's also home to some stunning examples of Islamic architecture, like the Palace of the Shirvanshahs, making it a beautiful blend of history, culture, and design. Number 6. Florence, Italy, the Renaissance's perfect canvas. And now, let's make our way to Italy, the birthplace of Renaissance art, architecture, and, of course, perfect planning. Florence is a city that's been laid out with such symmetry and beauty that it feels like walking through a painting. Its medieval center, with its squares, boulevards, and riverfront, creates a perfect balance of order and creativity. And the best part? The city is still an incredibly walkable and functional masterpiece. Florence's planners had the perfect eye for detail, making sure the city was both artistic and practical. A true combination of form and function, just like a masterpiece that's been decades in the making. Number 5. New Delhi, India, the Circle of Power. Let's kick off this section with New Delhi, the capital city of India. What makes New Delhi stand out is its layout, a perfect example of radial design. At the center, you've got the Grand India Gate. And from there, roads radiate outward like spokes of a wheel. The architecture and urban planning were influenced by the British during colonial times, but they gave the city a sense of symmetry that is still impressive today. It's not just functional. It's a city designed to impress, and the circular roads have made navigating this bustling metropolis a strategic work of art. Don't let the chaos fool you. It's all perfectly organized underneath. Number 4. Washington, D.C., the Star-Spangled City. Next up, we've got Washington, D.C. in the United States, which was designed with some of the most interesting and intentional shapes you can imagine. The city layout is based on a series of diagonal avenues that intersect with regular grid streets, but the best part? It forms a giant star. It's like someone took a blueprint, pulled out a compass, and said, let's make this look as patriotic as possible. The National Mall, with its perfect alignment and landmarks like the Lincoln Memorial, create a vision of symmetry that's impossible to ignore. Every corner seems to reflect the ideals of freedom and order, all neatly packed into a star-shaped city. Who knew number 3, St. Petersburg, Russia, the geometrically impressive layout? Moving on to St. Petersburg in Russia, which is like a living, breathing example of urban precision. The city was designed by Peter the Great in the 18th century, and it's laid out in a perfect grid with expansive canals running through it, almost as if someone was saying, let's combine Venice with Imperial Russia. The streets are designed with such symmetry that it feels like an optical illusion at times. The city's wide avenues and central squares create a sense of balance and harmony that still stands tall today. You can almost hear Peter the Great himself saying, yes, I think this design is just right. Number 2, Banjul, Gambia, the circular masterpiece. Next up, let's head to the African continent and explore Banjul, the capital of Gambia. What makes this city so fascinating is its unique layout. It was built on an island and designed in a perfect circle, with streets radiating outward like spokes on a wheel. Built by the British in the 19th century, Banjul's design was not just for practicality, but also to make the city feel like a powerful, well-organized center. It's a circular, functional masterpiece with a mix of both European and African architectural influences. There's something mesmerizing about the symmetry, and it's easy to get caught up in the beauty of the design. The best part? It's still a thriving city today with that same circular layout that makes it stand out. Number 1, the city that takes the crown, Palmanova, Italy. Palmanova in Italy. Built in 1593, this city is the ultimate geometric wonder. Designed as a military fortress, Palmanova was constructed in the shape of a star, with 9 points reaching outward, creating a city that looks like it's straight out of a geometry textbook. The design was so advanced that it was considered a marvel at the time, and it still blows minds today. The symmetry of Palmanova is so perfect that it's almost too good to be true. Streets radiate outward from a central piazza, with each point of the star offering a different perspective of the town. It's a city with history, architecture, and mathematics all rolled into one perfect package. When you think of a perfectly designed city, Palmanova is what should come to mind. The city was not only meant for defense, but also to be a symbol of military precision and planning. With its impeccable symmetry, Palmanova remains one of the most visually striking and historically significant cities in the world. And there you have it, folks. The 15 cities built in perfect shapes. From star-shaped fortresses to cities that look like planes, each of these urban designs represents a bold vision of order and symmetry. Whether the cities were designed for defense, beauty, or just plain function, one thing's for sure, they've left a lasting legacy on urban planning. As we wrap up, take a moment to think about your own city. Is it as well designed as the ones we've covered? Or is it time for some new geometric inspiration? Whatever your answer, just remember, there's always room for a little more shape in our lives. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to Top Facts for more amazing content on the world's most fascinating cities and designs. Stay tuned for more, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos.